We believe that the next stage of DeFi progress will come from unleashing the digital value that is already inherent to the metaverse, rather than from improved integration into the existing financial system, additional regulation, or real-world assets and CeFi. What kind of sparks will fly when Metaverse collides with DeFi? So, let's see what happens. But first, hello and welcome back to the channel. This is CryptoNow, and we're back with another incredible video. So please subscribe to the channel and enable alerts to be notified of each new upload. With the passage of time, technology and how we engage with it, as well as how our technology interacts with our world, has become increasingly complex. One source of excitement is the rising scrutiny of more centralized and more outmoded technological centers such as Facebook, which is now Meta, and Amazon for their business models predicated on stealing and owning people's privacy. Aside from that, the progress and evolution of the decentralized world, which operates in a very different way than these megacorporations, is another source of enthusiasm. These megacorporations survive because they extract value from people, sometimes without their knowledge or agreement, and then utilize that value to generate engagement. The decentralized ecosystem, on the other hand, is delivering its promises of informed consent and digital democracy. Individuals have a choice on the conditions of engagement with companies, rather than having their data taken and their time transformed into value for billionaires. Metaverse, which can be viewed as the interface layer between the physical and virtual worlds, was recently launched by one of the megacorporations, Meta. It consists of a cutting-edge combination of hardware and software, but most significantly, it is an economic system that operates in tandem with the legal financial system. In this scenario, we must consider it from the standpoint of financial inclusion. You could be asking yourself, why are we talking about DeFi and Metaverse? How do you know there's a link? What's going on here? That's because the Metaverse needs crypto. As previously stated, the Metaverse is first and foremost an economic system, a meta-economy, with a status that can be higher than any digital economy, virtual world, or game, and they should be considered as a single example in the Metaverse, or as one of the sub-universes. We believe that, at the very least, the open metaverse is a version of an open and permissionless meta-economy that can be implemented via what we term crypto. This is where the argument lies. Metaverse needs crypto, and crypto is metaverse because there is currently no alternative meta-economy. Two notions should be kept in mind when discussing the definition of the metaverse. Those are the financial computing layer and the interface layer. End users can interact with the metaverse using a variety of hardware and software technologies, and it can take many different forms. It is critical to keep an open mind as technology and concepts evolve. As a result, when we talk of the metaverse's beginnings, we usually mean the contemporary experience, which includes games and virtual worlds, whether they're browser-based 2D or more immersive VR or AR. Keep in mind that to guarantee basic property rights, interoperability, and value transfer without permission in many fields of the metaverse, any digital domain in the metaverse must be based on Web3. In this way, Metaverse creates a global, transparent, and cryptographically native parallel economic system based on decentralized ledgers. It lays the groundwork for a new digital-first economy, which we've seen emerge through NFTs and game economies like Axie Infinity's play-to-earn. Its speed of invention is unrivaled because of its decentralized and permissionless nature, and established systems are struggling to keep up. As a result, Metaverse is likely to thrive outside of the National Regulatory Agency's jurisdiction, or at least before the National Regulatory Agency begins its authority, particularly in the setting of DeFi. Furthermore, as we can see from the last 12 months, DeFi has been steadily challenged and probed by regulators in several nations. While the level of supervision may have some positive market consequences, ineffective supervision frequently stifles innovation and gives advantages to the incumbent financial institutions. We believe that Metaverse is part of an unofficial economy and that its items are often digital market commodities that may or may not be available in standard markets. People will be unable to monitor every area of global economic activity, and the Metaverse will be no different. Given the potential for exponential economic growth in the VR, AR, and XR environments, the extent of prospective regulation, let alone its implementation in the metaverse over time, makes it increasingly difficult. We are confident that the DeFi component of Metaverse's expansion will result in unparalleled financial inclusion on a global scale. Furthermore, we believe that metaverse economic activities will promote wealth transfer between generations, benefit future generations, and be able to accommodate digital natives, digital creatives, digital players, gamers, and musicians with digital value. The traditional financial system does not recognize such values in individuals. This is when MetaFi comes into play. Hi friends, we've made it halfway through our video and we sincerely hope you've enjoyed it thus far. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and turn on notifications to be notified of new uploads. So in getting to the point, MetaFi is a broad term that refers to agreements, products, and services that enable non-homogeneous and homogeneous tokens, as well as their derivatives, to engage in complicated financial transactions. Individuals can now use the fragmented component of the NFT as collateral for the DeFi lending platform, for example, thanks to MetaFi. To understand MetaFi, we must first emphasize the two core principles that enable DeFi to be implemented, the first of which is unstoppability, and the second of which is composability. These two principles are akin to currency Lego for developers, and they can be combined to form one highly innovative parallel financial system. Developers from all over the world can openly compete for the best rate of return and to decisively eliminate inefficiencies. It's also worth noting that, as long as the project and its team are fully decentralized, regulators can only limit how the fiat-based system they oversee interacts with DeFi, not what happens in DeFi itself. To bring these DeFi ideas into the broader metaverse, MetaFi employs a combination of non-homogeneous and homogeneous tokens, as well as unique forms of community governments, such as decentralized autonomous organizations or DAOs. In the next 10 years, the integration of these different cryptocurrency primitives will enable a robust parallel economy, bringing hundreds of millions, if not billions, of people into the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Many people believe that the key MetaFi trends will hasten this process. What are these trends exactly? The first is the creation of financial instruments. Using the NFT platform, authors and communities may more easily define economic terms for creative exchanges with users, ranging from perpetual royalties to the issue of their community tokens. Fans and communities can participate in the economic success of their favorite products and cultural ventures directly. Then there's the whole financialization thing. The worth and flow of all things can be captured through digital assets thanks to MetaFi technology, and a free market can produce long-time value. Real-time price discovery can reveal prospective values that have yet to be realized on the internet. Another tendency is the development of the DAO service stack. A mature DAO stack enables collective control of entirely on-chain digital and financial services without the use of businesses or centralized intermediaries like banks. The interaction of hazards comes next. DeFi has provided customers a community-based insurance supply tool, which is great, especially when combined with the DAO service stack, due to the history of financial institutions failing to analyze risks in emerging countries. Last but not least, money has become increasingly gamified. Generation Z is more interested in becoming financial intellectuals than earlier generations. As a result, many new banks offer new and interesting ways to assist individuals with financial management, as well as educational platforms for people to learn financial courses more conveniently. As a result, young people are more willing and likely than their parents and grandparents to have access to financial products. Okay, it's excellent to examine these notions and keep them in mind, but to comprehend MetaFi in the metaverse, we must first picture the metaverse's fundamental components. We employ the prior Open Metaverse Operating System framework, which focuses on the Metaverse Web3 stack's application level. It is divided into three sections: the universe, DeFi, and the base. Let's start with the base. Polkadot, Ethereum, and Polygon are examples of basic frameworks classified as Layer 0, Layer 1, and Layer 2. These fundamental frameworks share application logic and security, making it possible to build applications on top of them, while also providing a single communication layer. The open metaverse and its related components on the horizontal axis should be incorporated in any program that seeks to give the metaverse's internal experience. If an application is not integrated with this core layer, it will become isolated, and its economic and creative value will stagnate and eventually vanish, and the application will no longer be financially inclusive. In the conventional world, we can witness a similar issue. Because they have not maintained their competitiveness against end customers, services that have not been incorporated into the broader ecosystem are gradually dying. The DeFi, on the other hand, is made up of small financial applications that can be employed in the core protocol outlined earlier. These applications, known as currency Lego, are deemed unstoppable and use smart contracts to actualize intricate financial dynamics. Last but not least, there's the universe, which is made up of a collection of domains or parallel universes that make up the metaverse as a whole. Based on the compatibility and free value transfer, vertical domains such as the virtual world must be connected to the basic layer. In a nutshell, MetaFi, or Metaverse Finance, is an umbrella word for agreements, products, and/or services that allow non-homogeneous and homogenized tokens to form complex financial transactions. MetaFi inherits two key DeFi characteristics: unstoppability and composability. Some significant themes, such as risk mutualization, gamification of finance, the creation of financial tools, and the strengthening of the DAO service stack, are driving its growth. We hope we've clarified the current state of MetaFi, which is still in its infancy. Although some of its activities are unheard of, we are only now beginning to comprehend its medium and long-term potential. So far, what are your thoughts about MetaFi? That concludes today's video. Please subscribe to the channel and enable alerts to be notified of new uploads. This is CryptoNow, and we'll see you in our next video.